Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nations Cup on the EU second phase. We're here in our third best of 5 of the day. On the left-hand side, we have got France, and on the right is going to be Sweden. Sweden's playing with a substitute as well. Lauber said that Gia and Henning are not playing today. Captain Rex, Fens, yeah, so it's just, So yeah, they have, so both teams are going to be playing with a substitute or two here and there. What's up, Ninja? Good morning. Good to see you, bud. Thanks for coming by the stream. Appreciate it. Alright, well, this is our third cup of tea, so we're done with tea for the rest of the day. I know, bud. I know, it's a long day, bud. I know, we got long weekends. You're doing great, though, bud. You're doing so good. Alright, as I said, I'll take a tiny little break after this game once we get into the lobby for the map number 2. So, Chromie, Genji, Hogger, and what to be banned away. As a reminder, this is the draft style of Meta Madness, so heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for the map. Now, bans at the top of the screen only pertain to the current map. So, for example, if Genji is not banned away in map number 2, he can be picked up. But of course, if we get like a first pick of Nubarak, then that's going to be banned away for the rest of the series, outside of course this game. So Junkrat first pick, that is going to be the only map we'll see Junkrat in this best of 5. And for anyone that was unsure about the drafting style for this, as we get a Lauber, or not a Lauber and a Lucio. We get a Diablo and a Lucio. I'm assuming Lauber will be playing Diablo. I do like this hard initiation for the side of Sweden. They're able to dive and really get some CC set up. As we get 2 more picks from the side of France before we get into the next ban phase, this is going to be Junkrat and what? Are they going to be looking for an early kidnap composition? Are they going to go into a Stitches here? Like a Stitches Malfurion, Stitches Tyrande? Nope. Gonna be leading into a Nubarak initiation with Blaze to follow up, Junkrat displacement, and also Bush Traps are always strong. Next ban phase, we are going to be seeing probably a support ban from the side of Sweden and some sort of range assassin, or maybe even actually probably solo lane, maybe a Dahaka ban from the side of France, and I would expect this to be some sort of healer ban. There's the Anduin to be removed, as he will be really good at removing enemies from the fight with the Leap of Faith, or allies actually. I just woke up because Iron convinced me to get V Rising. We played for almost 10 hours. Don't even remember when I went to sleep, but it might have been close to when you started stream. I started stream at 4:50 this morning. 4:50 is when it started this morning. Oh, I'm glad you're liking V Rising, though. I've heard a lot of good things about it. There's the Hanzo band that I was kind of... I thought Range Assassin, but then I was like, oh, well, maybe Dahaka, because you don't want to go up against that in the solo lane rotations, but it doesn't seem like they're too worried about that. So maybe Dahaka for Sweden? Svamgrada has a very good Dahaka, if I recall correctly. Maiev coming in as well, and we'll see... Oh no, Sven is the solo laner, right? So Svamgrada on something else? I think I'm misremembering players here. Oh, I'm glad you guys had fun. Oh, there we go.
I will fight to my last breath.
All right, Rhaegar is the healer, nice ancestral value. Tychus for sustained damage. Okay. Do they consider a Cassia for the blind? Cassia for this composition wouldn't be too awful. Excuse me, sorry. Cassia would be really, really good. Ball Lightning's pretty strong. Yeah, I'd say go Cassia, personally.
Victory for the Forsaken.
I don't hate the Sylvanas either. I don't hate either of these drafts. As I said, I thought this was going to be the best matchup of the day. We start out with a fairly fun draft from both sides. Let's go ahead and start up our prediction. Which team will be winning Towers of Doom? All right, got my soda water, got the gamble. Let's get into it. I have not seen Ironflare in a while. As I said, I mean, like I played with him on Tuesday, but it's pretty much like the first time and last time I've seen him in what feels like a month. Towers of Doom, map number 1 in our third best of 5 of the day for the EU Phase 2 playoffs, actually. Qualifiers I guess it's still qualifiers. On the left-hand side, we are looking at the members of France. MGQB on the Tychus, we've got Masquerade on the Anubarak, Banana playing the Rhaegar, Yasu on the Junkrat, and Dayquaza on the Blaze. To the right-hand side of the map, we're going to be seeing Sweden. We've got Svamgrada on the Sylvanas, Skog playing the Maev, Sven playing the Dahaka Lauber on the Diablo, and Captain Rex playing the Lucio. NA starts at 1 o'clock CT. Yes it does. It's 11 a.m. PDT, 2 o'clock EDT, and 20 CEST. Roughly 1 hour and 30 minutes from now is when NA starts. I'll be swapping over to NA when it starts. If EU is still going, unfortunately, we'll be swapping over. Because there's tons of coverage for EU, there is no coverage for all of NA. Like, I think there's actually one of the groups doesn't have coverage, maybe? That might have changed, but it was what I saw this morning. Maev goes down, unless France just takes a 3-0. We might see France take a 3-0. That's roughly an hour and a half matchup. Am I too late to bet? I mean, according to my screen, no. Though, if you hear me talking about a bet and you don't see it, be sure to F5 your streams. But, yeah, the bet just ended. Just like Blaze's health bar just ended. 1-1 in kills so far for both these two teams. Umbral Bind connecting onto 2. Let Tychus and friends continue just to shred through this fort front gate in the bottom lane. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, as I said, if you ever hear me, basically just assume that if the draft is ending, the gamble's up, and if you don't see it, then be sure to F5. That's always the case. I usually start the gamble whenever there's the last, like, 20 seconds of swapping characters around. Actually, usually I start it the moment we swap scenes. When the scenes swap from the draft screen to the casting screen, which is where the assets swap and the draft music goes away, that's when I start it. Anyways, enough of that talk. Let's talk about the 4 talents that are coming through fairly soon for both these teams. Even talents here still throughout the game with the 1-1 in kills. Sapper camps equal as well. A little bit faster of a grab from the side of Sweden. Maev with the Umbral Bind on to Junkrat, who gets the Concussion Mine out. We got Black Arrows from Svamgrada utilized, and those will expire. She does have the possession from level 7, or from level 4, excuse me. Svamgrada will be able to use that to steal away enemy minions. As the Steel Trap connects onto Lauber in the bush. Blaze still soaking up the top. Dahaka chilling in mid. All groups are covered now? Okay. I know there was like one group I think they were still looking for coverage on. Maev walks in the bush the moment the trap is ready to be armed. Or the moment the trap actually arms. Gets one fan of knives, resets, drops another, and then is able to back away. Alrighty. Sylvanas, I thought she was pressuring the Blaze, but not really. Actually, she might have been pressuring the Blaze since we do have hard pressure, or hard siege through the bottom lane on the side of France. Okay. Captain Rex going to speed things up. Rhaegar with a bite to match. We got MGQB going to be pulled around between the Diablo, the Maev. This is going to be a dead Tychus, but Lauber is displaced from his team. Yasu wants the kill onto him. Soul Shield activated, gets a Fire Stomp out, and I can't believe it. Lauber's still alive. Yasu didn't get the kill onto him just yet. I do think Lauber's still dead here. There's no way you get to live through that one. Anubarak will fall. Jet propulsion forward from Blaze, doesn't get the stun, and now Blaze to go down. It's a bit of a bloodbath as Yasu is going to be able to jump away, but is still going to fall. It's, god dang, what a play. 2-5 in kills. Sweden in the lead when it comes to damage on the core of France. 32 to 36 HP. Sylvanas, Svamgrada, Black Arrows are up and available, but with Tychus here, they decide not to siege any further. Sapper camp 10 seconds away on the right, 16 on the left-hand side. We've got Maev soaking up mid. Full Fire Stomp build for Lobber. We got the Soul Shield at level 1. We did hear that proc a little earlier in a fight. Feeding Frenzy for the Dahaka. He's got that cooldown reduction. Beetleborg for Masquerade. Fairly standard builds. Do want to note the level 7 for MGQB. Going to be going into the Relentless Soldier rather than the Melting Point, I believe is the level 7 we often see. I can't believe it's only 9:25 in the morning. I've been streaming for 4 hours, and usually after 4 hours of streaming, it's like noon for me. You know, with the times that I usually start. I gotta be honest, I'm super excited to do some NA casting. Not that I don't like any of the EU teams, it's just that for NA, we're gonna be following Justing, and I haven't got to cast or seen Justing play in a while, so it's exciting for me. Nubarak burrows in, drag from Dahaka not connecting Umbra though, will pull the Tychus in towards the enemy. 5 minutes into the game, you can hear that laugh, the boss is up and available. Single altar at the bottom of the map coming up as we have the 10 talent tiers at the top of the screen almost here. Possession from Sylvana steals away some minions from Dayquaza. You can't believe it's not Butter, really? We know you think NA is better, Baha. We know. It's not true. I've gone through this on stream before. My parents escaped communism back in the day. So it's like, am I supposed to root for Europe? Am I supposed to root for NA where I live? I don't know. A nice double kill for Sweden while I'm talking about nothing. Captain Rex gets the channel. Concussion Mine splits Swamp Grotto away. Containment Disc will land onto Junkrat, and that's 4 shots into the core of France. What have you missed so far? So let me go ahead and start breaking things down from map number 1 and the first best of 5 of the day. Now, we're in the third best of 5 of the day of 3 best of 5s for EU. You may be asking why only 3, not 4, because of the Denmark team has forfeited from the tournament. So now Finland is going to be taking their place, but Finland has to do like a makeup match, I believe. So I think Finland's given a couple extra weeks or so to do some catch-up matches. They only have to do 1, but anyways. Since it was also, I believe, brought up at the last minute, I think the Finns are going to be having like a week or 2 to do the matches from like today. And so, anyways, so there's 3 best of 3 or 3 best of 5s. We're in the third best of 5 of the day, and in about an hour and a half, we're going to be jumping over to NA. We're gonna fly across the ocean, and we're gonna go ahead and see what the NA qualifier looks like. There's 2 days of NA qualifying. Today will be the shorter of the 2 days. Today is just group stage. Tomorrow is the bracket. I don't know how they're going to run the bracket. I don't know if they're going to do simultaneous games or if they're going to run every single game individually. We'll have to see. But tomorrow could be a very, very long day because we'll do EU first and then NA casting. Because we gotta feed the content machine. You're just excited for some rare Justing action? Exactly, same. That's what I'm so excited about, too. I saw Justing was on a team, and I was like... I even messaged him. I was like, hey, dude, good luck in the qualifier this week. And he's like, dude, we're all washed, but we're going to have some fun. I'm like, I believe, Justing, you'll make it to Berlin. That'd be wild. Anyways, Dahaka does go down in a massive scuffle around this double objective phase start. Yasu gets the channel. Banana do the same, but he needs to break the leash of these minions. He's able to do that. It's going to be an even Stevens game. 28-28 in core HP. 1, 2, 3 sappers available in the bottom lane. Junkrat gonna poke at the minion wave with the frag launcher grenades. 1, 2, 3 sappers gonna be locked on by Sylvanas with their black arrows. 1 sapper cleared away. Commandeer Odin summoned by the Tychus. 1 sapper still up, does get cleared out. 0 sapper charge value. 13 talent tier here for both France and Sweden. Containment disconnects onto the Junkrat as Lucio goes in for a high 5, but gets stunned out in the meanwhile. Unstoppable as he backs away. Commandeer Odin, Lightning Breath, Junkrat's the first one to go down. The Lobber's out of position. He's trying to back away. He will fall. That Soul's consumed from Diablo. It's a 2-for-1 favoring the side of France. 7 to 8 in kills. And this bottom lane bell tower threatened, but not going to be going down. Little poke on the Swamp Grotto with the grenade as Sven waddles his way into the top lane on this Dahaka, pushing the wave into the fort front gate. Oh, I mean, Sven's still doing as much as they possibly can here. What's the experience soak for Dahaka? 10k? Oh my god, almost 14,000 for the Blaze right now. We all know Springy is the real talent, exactly. Logan, Springy, and Bandit were the real casters of CCL. Everyone knows that. It's not even a contested piece of history. You know, like we all argue whether or not the Titanic was real or not. Cocoon onto the Diablo. In a previous game, that was a death sentence, but in this game, the damage is not burst. The burst is not high enough at this moment to be able to get a kill. And we're going to see a trade onto the objective phases. Okay, 24 to 24 in core HP. A very even Towers of Doom. 7 to 8 in kills, 15 apiece in levels, 16 talents here on the horizon for both sides. Sapper camp faster over to the side of France as they're going to be looking to invade the Sweden side. Can they do so? No. Umbral bind onto a Nubrak, but he's not going to be pulled in with the Burrow Charge cleanse. Or he cleanses it with the Burrow Charge out. Sappers into bottom for both teams, but these Sappers from the Sweden side will be cleared out by the Junkrat frag launcher grenades. A Nubrak gets a Burrow onto Diablo. He's cleansed away, or he's cleansed out. Cleansed by the Lucio high five. A Nubrak will fall, but Sylvanas goes down at the top of our screen. Sapper's still in the lane favoring France. Diablo trying to initiate on to this Rhaegar. He gets the self-cast Ancestral. Banana wants to kill Lobber. I think Banana's going to be split. No, it's going to be a high five onto Sven. He tries to back away. Lucio with a push-off, or a sound wave to push back Dequaza. This 4v4 fight is looking okay-ish for France. Actually, it's starting to turn around right here, right now with the Fan of Knives. We've got Skog popping off on this Maiev. Concussion Mine. Yasu able to get away. No, Lucio! Missiles are going to chase in. Lucio auto-attacks enough. Skoog is going to be able to avoid the tower shot with a Vault of the Wardens. And this is a very good time for Sweden to potentially get 12 shots into the enemy core. I don't think they're going to convert bottom lane belt. Oh, no, they're going to go for 8. Okay, I think they give a Nubarak the left-hand side. Sylvanas steals a minion or two. That was the voice line for possession. Masquerade shows on the objective phase in the top left. Okay, so they're gonna go respectful. Okay. I was wondering if Sweden was going to go very aggressive with this and try and go for a chunkier steal, but they back off. They get the 8 shots in. It's 20 to 20 in core HP. I don't know if there was an agreement before the... Oh, Lucio. Okay, I was about to say. Lucio delayed out bottom. Sorry. I was like, did I mismath that? Was it 28 to 24? When did... Okay, anyways. They delay things out for the bottom lane to be converted, then they get the extra 5 shots, so 9 shots into the core of France. As Sweden, they're going to try and save Sven, but Lucio gets annihilated. Yasu goes down to the Sylvanas damage over time. Banana is going to be cooked up by Lobber's Lightning Breath, and now Dequaza, he's going to try and get the jet propulsion away, but one more Fan of Knives from Skog finds the kill. Dahaka's done with enhanced agility. Masquerade is the target. As yeah, he's gonna be in a bit of a he's dead. Fantastic casting by Bahamut here. All right, let's see. 20 is almost here. Pretty much Fan of Knives build for the Maiev. You'll see the Blade Dance, Saloon's Wrath, you've got the Bladed Armor, Vengeful Knives. 3 Sappers for bottom lane. Can Lobber get these shoved in, or will Junkrat be able to displace them enough? maybe? One of them seems like it might make its way in. One sapper over the wall. Diablo. Yasu gets pulled out. Diablo's so very low. Lobber needs to back away. More sappers in bottom available. Lobber lives. Dahaka, by the way, gets a camp in the top lane. Dequaza bunker will expire. Only one sapper making it over the wall, but Dahaka's going to shove 3 sappers plus the minion wave into this top lane keep. Excuse me. We have the bell towers converted as... Oh, are they baiting for the fight? Is Sweden baiting France for a fight? Kind of feels like it. Dahaka's not showing in lane. Oh, he's brush stalking. Dahaka's brush stalking in, but no flank value found. 9 HP remains on the core of France. What was looking like a strong start for them is starting to fall away quite rapidly as Lobber goes in for the flank, the Hellgate to close the gap onto Rhaegar and friends. Youch. Lobber with a nice play right there. We've got Dahaka making his way back to top lane. Dequaza gonna get dragged, gonna get pulled, but I don't think they're gonna get a kill. Uh-oh. Sven pops the essence. Svamgrada's here. Isolation onto Junkrat as they're trying to back away the Haunting Wave. Oh my god, Sweden, you're playing out of your mind. Containment disc onto Blaze. Black Arrows to lock down the tower. They don't even, I don't think they have, oh no, they do have them activated and available. Dequaza is so low. Do they go into the Death Zone for it? Lucio, Captain Rex, could you chill? How many kills has Captain Rex got? Is it this button? Lucio with 4 kills. Of the 19 kills, Lucio has got 4. Lobber actually has got 6 kills for his allied team. He's got the highest kill count on the side. Double objective phase coming up next. Boss plus 1 altar, double altar, or do they just start the barrage? Yes, they will indeed start the. Oh, they're gonna attempt to, but Dahaka Diablo zone things back. A little bit of lag spike on my end. My apologies. Okay, France is in a bit of a rough spot. Anubrak burrows in. High five from Lucio immediately. That's a drag from Dahaka. Tower shots beautifully played by Sweden. The tower shots. Okay. Yep. Okay. Sweden. 16 minutes and 32 seconds later, Sweden takes the map and a solid
Team kill!
to wrap it up as well. GG. Well played. All right, I need to get in the next lobby, and then I need to let Bandit outside so he can go stretch his legs. So I apologize if I go through this a little fast. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nations Cup. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we've got France. On the right is going to be Sweden. We're in a best-of-5 series. We're going to Garden of Terror for map number 2. Thank you all for chilling out between the games. Let Bandit outside. He stretches his legs a little bit. He got some water. I got myself a little soda water, and we're going to get going into our second map and our third best-of-5 of the day. We've got more games later, as we have NA starting up in 1 hour and 15 minutes. NA qualifier will be starting up in 1 hour just about. Should be a good time as we get into Garden of Terror. Now, as a reminder, the draft style for this tournament is the Meta Madness style, so Junkrat, Blaze, Anubarak, Rhaegar, Tychus, Diablo, Lucio, Maiev, Diablo, Dahaka, Sylvanas are all unavailable for map number 2 as they were played in the previous map. You still have bans available like Muradin, so that's going to be a target. Onto Lobber's Muradin, we see a Hogger. I believe Dequaza's got a fairly good Hogger. Actually, Panda Colada is going to be back in. That is the proper substitute for France. So we'll see if that's going to be any different for, they had MGQB, which not judging the player, but they lost. They swapped him out. We'll see how things work out. Maybe Panda couldn't just make it for game number 1. What are the teams for NA Nations Cup? USA, Canada, and Mexico. There's South America as well. So like Argentina, Brazil. Yeah, you have. Yeah. You have NA. You have USA, Canada, Mexico, Argentina, Brazil. I believe those are the ones that are signed up. We can take a look at all of that a little bit later on today, right before we get into the NA stuff. This could be a 3-0 best of 5. This definitely could be a 3-0 best of 5, which will time out perfectly into the NA games. If it is a 3-0, that would time it, like it would just line up so perfectly, if the math at least. Peru and Costa Rica are in there as well. There we go. Thank you, Day. The only reason I know Argentina and Brazil is, well, Argentina will be in the Group B that we're going to be casting, but I remember just seeing the Brazilian flag. Joanna Anduin for the side of Sweden. A very, very simple 1-2 start. Nothing crazy, nothing exuberant, nothing murky Nova combo. Urel, Hanzo, Tyrael. Okay. Do they consider the Tracer ban here? Is there any Tracer ban considerations because of the Tyrael synergy with that? I wouldn't want to deal with it, but like, then they could just go into Greymane at that point. Unless you take the Greymane for yourself on the side of Sweden. Joanna into Tracer isn't the worst because of the shield glare, but it's still a high-level Tracer on low ping. Don't want to play against that. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. We have solo lane ban priority, probably. Was Blaze played in the last map? He was. Okay, so Blaze won't be prioritized. Dahako's played in the lane. I feel like this would be a solo lane ban. Or a Lost Vikings ban instead. Okay. Or a Lost Vikings ban. Cool. Cool and fun stuff. Joanna Anduin. What else are we going to get from the Sweden players? By the way, we are ruby red grapefruit with this flavor. Delicious. Bum, 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 bum. Need camp clear. Need objective fight and objective clearing. Ooh, Jaina Sonya leaving a flex pick at the end. Could go into Raynor here. That's an old synergy with Jaina. We don't see very often. Do I cast with Justing at all these days? No, but I will be casting Justing later on today. What's up, Tauft Craft? Good to see you. Thanks for swinging through the stream. Okay, Mephisto Ariel. All right, I don't hate it. This is kind of cool. This is kind of a cool draft from France. How is Sweden gonna round out their draft? Greymane, Raynor. I feel like they want some sort of auto attacker with their composition. Lunara, maybe. I don't know. Double mage. Wow. Really? Double mage from the side of Sweden? Huh. Huh. Maybe they forgot they had a Jaina. Alrighty, the Twitch gamble is going to begin here, chat, in just a moment. Let me go ahead and let the stream catch up with the Chromie pick and all that good stuff. And then we will start said prediction in just about 20 seconds. Thank you all for being here once again. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're enjoying the games. Be sure to hit the follow button if you're not. It costs you $0 to hit the follow button. It's free. It's free to support the stream. And if you'd like to use your Prime, if you'd like to subscribe further or gift a sub, it's always super duper appreciated. Alrighty. Let's get into it. Map number 2 in our third best of 5 of the day. On the left-hand side, we have got the members of France. We've got Yasu on the Hanzo, Dequaza to play the Urel, Masquerade on the Tyrael, Panda Colada on the Mephisto, and Banana to play the Ariel. You have to go to the vet today? I am so sorry, Day. I wish it's just generic checkup, right? I hope it's just generic. On the right-hand side, we got Sweden up in this best of 5. Svamgrada on the Jaina, Sven to play the Sonya, Lauber on the Joanna, Captain Rex to play this Anduin, and Skoog on the Chromie.
2, 1. Go on now. Fight.
Light of Karabor for the Urel at level 1. No Dauntless, by the way. The gamble is still going. Be sure to get into it. If you don't see it, be sure to F5. Sonya going Warpaint at level 1. We don't see that very often. Looking for more sustainability with that. We also see the Winter's Reach for the Jaina, so gonna have more poke around the objective. We actually might see her go full Q build. We could see full Frostbolt build. We have seen this on Towers of Doom. Thank you, Darth Lizard Lord. The Third, excuse me, the Third. Thank you for the follow. That's a great name. Have you ever heard of the story of Darth Plagueis? It's a tale the Jedi wouldn't tell you. I feel like it's been a while since you've seen Arya play. Getting some stuff updated so I can board her next week since you have to travel. Oh, okay. Well, I hope it's a super easy checkup and stuff like that and not expensive. Also, lucky you get to go traveling? Ooh wee, I have to bug you about that in Discord. Camps to be grabbed from both sides. We had a little scuffle here and there. Chromie going to be going into the time troubles. That's minus armor by 15 to the enemy, plus armor by 30 to the allies. All right. Just nothing out of the ordinary early on. Just grabbing camps, no crazy invades, no dives. Maybe pressure onto Sven in top lane, but Yasuo using the Sonic Arrow, I do think that kind of is the, hey, the enemy's probably around, sort of telltale.
Heroes, you're just in time for the seeds.
First seed is up and available for either side. Subdue, Detainment Strike, Self-Cleanse. Urel's fine in top. I don't think they get a kill on her. I don't see a world where Dayquaza gets picked off, especially with Hand of Freedom at level 4. Chromie going full deep breathing. Dragon's Breath. She'll have the Mobius Loop at level 7. The Morbius Loop. Chastise Piercing late level 4. It's a bit of a lull here in game number 2 on this Garden of Terror map. Not as aggressive as I was anticipating. Tyrael gonna get poked here, but I don't think Masquerade dies. No, it's not a story they would tell you. Damn! I've been doing a Star Wars rewatch recently. I did episodes 1, 2, and 3. And then now I'm gonna do Solo. Because on Disney Plus there's a chronological order. There's also like Clone Wars in there in the proper spot and everything. I'm not gonna watch 8 seasons of Clone Wars. I know it's a good show. I'm just not gonna watch 8 seasons of a show. Mephisto goes down in bottom lane. My apologies. I'm talking about Star Wars over here, as that will be first blood over the side of Sweden. Tyrael gonna be dismounting Captain Rex, who throws back the Chastise. Hanzo gonna get some decent poke value, picking up another stack on his level 1 simple geometry. And Dayquaza getting slam jammed by the Sunny. She actually went into a very sustainable build, the Sven. Going into Warpaint at level 1, going for the Shot of Fury at level 4, and then Battle Rage at level 7. Very, very sustainy for the Sonya here, between getting Fury, or healing, or autoing for heals. Next seed will be on the top right of the map, favoring the position of Sweden. Dayquaza is going to jump in. That's actually a dismounting tool for Dayquaza, so that's a very good call from Swamp God on the Q! Not enough. Does have the Ice Lance, hitting shield target with Frostbolt, reduces cooldown by 1.5 seconds and restoring some mana as well. Masquerade harassing forward here. Should have an Eldruin's Might to back away. I don't think Masquerade's gonna die. Oh, I might be wrong in this because Sonya just is right there where Masquerade has the Eldruin's Might. He'll get some shielding. He'll go down 22, 20, 19, 18. Gets no cooldown reduction on his death timer. They told me the story after we all finished up from Fight Club. I missed the intro rules stuff, but it was great fun. The story was really cool. Oh, but that was good. That was funny. That was good. I like that. Yrel jumps in onto 2 enemies. Did Dequaza make a mistake? Temporo loop onto Panda Colada. Chastise will be met, or the Avenging Wrath will meet a Chastise. Tyrael back in, trying to chase on the Swamp Grotto, who's getting some free stacking, by the way, on that baseline quest. Speaking of free things, some free Siege Giants. Not really free, but Sonya steals away the Siege Giants with the top lane. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, because we always do that with 10 Talonteers here, ready to go. We've got Blessed Shield, Wrath of the Berserker for the Sonya. She's not going for a leap. We already know it's Temporal Loop for the Chromie, Light Bomb from the Anduin, and Water Elemental for the Jaina. I keep looking at Lava's comment. It just makes me giggle every single time. Just I missed the beginning of the Fight Club. Yrel is gonna push around the. Oh, Joanna eats the Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo with an Iron Skin. Not sure if that was 100% intentional or not, but either way, Masquerade is super split from his allies. I do believe he falls once again, trying to dive deep into the backline. That is going to be some death timer reduction. Yes, Masquerade gets 2 to 3 seconds off his death timer. Seed up and available in the bottom center of the map. Willock over the side of Sweden. They're going to grab some camps. They're going to push the top lane wave up with Jaina. Chromie starts working on the bottom lane. Since we have Jaina / Chromie, getting a kill using 5 ring-type hero effects should be a bingo square. Oh yeah, that'd be a good one. Oh, that's kind of an interesting one. It'd probably need to like figure. Oh, nice time stop from Chromie. Masquerade still gets the kill. I don't see a world where Masquerade doesn't get the kill here. Shield Glare was good from the Joanna. She's got the Zealous Glare for the double stack, but just unfortunately not enough room for Chromie to back away. She did throw down the time trap. I think she's going to arm it to try and delay out her death a little bit longer. But either way, 12 seconds on that death timer. We are going to see Lauber anchoring for his team. Is there a Shield Glare to delay out Yasuo? Yes, there is. Little scatter pokes onto the Jaina. 10 stacks out of the 20 for the Hanzo, and that's a seed over to the side of France. France! We're going to go to France and get baguettes. We're going to go see the Moana Lisa. Ah, Stark's in chat. There it is. All right. I wasn't sure if Stark was busy or not, because I know he's got D&D today, so wasn't sure if he was prepping up for that one. Oh, speaking of, I need to... Sorry, I had to make a sticky note for myself. Sorry about that. Okay. Chromie clears out the bottom lane. We've got the seed on the top left of the map. Even talent tiers for the time being between both these sides. But it's going to be 1 seed advantage to the members of France. If they are able to collect this Queen Nightshade seed, they'll spawn the Garden Terrors as the Blessed Shield from Lauber goes wide. Sonya, as you can hear, popping some not Wrath of Berserker. She actually has that up and active. Her swords are glowing. But she pops the Battle Rage. Actually, Sonya rotating to bottom lane. They're going to go ahead and give this. Sweden going to give the objective phase over to France. Interesting. I guess Sweden's saying, you know what? It's even talent tiers for the time being. The waves aren't crazy pushed out. Let's just defend this before the enemy gets 16. Because 16 will be pretty big also for the side of France. Hanzo Giant Slayer is going to be a big one as well. The Overgrowth Plant locking down the tower. The arrow going to be going a little wide of the enemy. Light Bomb going to be stopped by the Crystal Aegis from the Ariel. Yrel in the backline. Judgment from the Tyrael and the Skog. That's a dead Chromie. France is rallying here in the late game of map number 2. Panda Colada almost going down to the Jaina. The Ice Lance not connecting. Another Blessed Shield from Joanna. Will go wide once again. These are unfortunate Blessed Shields from Lauber. Top lane Fort goes down. Hanzo pushes in the bottom lane. Sonya already clearing out mid. Sonya focuses onto the Garden Terror. Okay, yeah, I was looking at the mini-map. She spears onto the Garden Terror, getting away from Hanzo. Oh, they also were down ults. I didn't see that. Thanks for the call. Thanks for the call, Fish. Yasu lives, dies, goes down. Q? Nope, okay. Health trading between Yasu and Swamp, and that's... Oh! Anduin going down in the rotation down to bottom lane. Ouch. Unfortunate. France will grab some late game experience from those kills and bolster themselves ahead into 16 talent tier, I do think. Tyrael jump... Oh, no. Goodbye, Swamp Grotto. I don't think you make it. Oh, maybe, maybe. Ice block to mitigate some of the damage. That's a judgment from the Tyrael onto Sonya. She's trying to live. She's trying to get out of here. Sonya lives. I can't believe it. Banana very low now. Lobber's engaged in the fight. Shield Glare going the opposite direction it needs to, but hey, enough pressure from Lobber's been applied. He'll have to hearth out of here, but they only lose the Anduin. Not the worst situation for the side of Sweden. Sucks, but it's not the worst. Next seed, bottom right of the map, favoring the positioning of Sweden. They just got to get that even talent here in the next... Oh, they're going to easily be able to get 16 through the top wave right here, right now. Good stuff. Yrel chilling in the bush. Sees Lobber. Did she get scouted from that? Yeah, she got scouted, I think, by the sandblast that went a little wide of the camp. Oh no, it didn't go wide. It was just no. I for some reason thought that was piercing sands. That's at level 20. Dayquaza gets the insta-mount. They're out of there. Objective phase already quickly grabbed by... No, they actually didn't grab it. Temporal loop onto the Mephisto. That's a blessed shield from Lobber. Wrath of Berserker. And Joanna gets the kill onto the Hanzo. That's a big pickup at the start. Tyrael will fall as well. Is he going to get a death timer reduction? 40? Yes, he gets about 5 seconds on that off that death timer. Jaina with the channel. No Garden Terror, but still. A double kill over to the side of Sweden. And they definitely needed that momentum shift. Sweden really needed this these kills to push back the waves, kind of get the map back under their belts. Dayquaza looking to push around the top lane, but Lobber's up here as well. Clearing out the minion wave. Chastise, sustained damage will be applied. I guess I wouldn't have called it sustained. Anyway, burst ability from Jaina attempted. As Sven, Skog have rotated up here as well. It's a lot of damage on the Dayquaza. The arrow goes wide once again. Ardent Defender will be used by the Yrel, and the top lane fort shall fall. First structure down on the side of France. Water Elemental chasing with the sustained slows. Dayquaza looking to jump over the wall and harass the backline onto Skog, who will be able to time themselves out. Captain Rex going to be... Oh my god! Sven wants to pressure Banana. Can they get a counter kill? No! Sven! So Sven's gonna get baited and blown up by the Ariel with the Crystal Aegis. That's a double kill over to the side of France, and Sweden went a little too aggressive, a little too deep into top lane. Lobber should be interrupted. No, okay. I thought Dayquaza was gonna jump over and chase for an interrupt, but just gonna be clearing out the wave. 1 out of 3 seeds to the side of France. Sweden with 2 out of 3. Map number 2 in our third best of 5 of the day. Thanks for hanging out for some Heroes of the Storm content. Siege Giants in the top lane. We've got Yasu clearing out bottom. Didn't go explosive at level 4, so just has to manually clear out these waves. Or I guess auto their way through the waves. A little bit of scatter here and there as well does help out. Okay. Well, it's going to be a seed on the bottom left of the map. Positionally, good for the side of France. Sweden could give this over once again, try and close the gap to that 20 talent here. That might be the direction they head into. Push out the waves. I don't think there's any really camps. Oh, there's some camps about to be coming off of cooldown. Masquerade chilling on the low end of this. Looking for a judgment onto the backline or something. Sonya still in bottom. There's the Eldruin's Might in. Skog is like, alright, I gotta avoid that. Checking over the bush with some Sandblast. Chromie does have her level 20. Guys stuck in the loop at level 20. Since she gets her talents 2 levels earlier than everyone else. And yes, I do believe Sweden will back off. They're going to look for 20 talent tier All right, they're on the timer. I believe Sweden's got, what, 2 minutes till the next seed is up and contestable, so they've got 2 minutes to get about 3/4 of a level. And France knows that they're on this camp because Stequoise has been chilling on the far side of this bush. Tainment Strike into the wall. Oh, it's seed around this objective area as well. Lauber on the point. Masquerade will steal away the camp. Lauber just can't stay here. Chromie done with her level 1. Oh, you got half a level to go. What do you do here? Oh, do you eat another Garden Terror phase? I think Sweden's gonna eat another Garden Terror phase without the 20s, and this is scary rough. Lauber's scattered into. There's going to be piercing for the Hanzo. Oh, actually, okay, so they didn't split their resources. Do they contest this? No way, you're just gonna give this Sweden? Really? No, they won't be there in time. Lauber doesn't get there in time for the shield glare. That's unfortunate. They delayed just ever so slightly too long on the side of Sweden. Wintermute for the Jaina. That's a really nice pickup. Radiating Faith, Censure, Ignore Pain. But it's not over just yet. Spore Queen will summon her terrors into the lanes. Mid lane immediately cleared out. Sonya doing her best in top. There's a camp. Yrel jumps in. Wrath Berserker is still active for Sonya. She taps the well for just a. She taps the well really quickly. Fight still hanging out or still working, and siege still being had in top lane. As I know how to talk today. Still poking at the top lane keep on the side of France. France wants to take down this Sweden keep, and Yrel avenging wraths away. Jaina clearing out the bottom lane, and that's the end of the Garden Terror phase. It's going to be getting 3 keep front gates. Not even the entirety of mid lane did go down. So a very good hold from the side of Sweden. An extremely good hold. They used Wrath Berserker, which is just about to come off cooldown. On the opposing side, still also no other abilities used. I want to point out the level 20 also for the Ariel. We do have the Shield of Hope. That's a big kill denier in the late game team fights. Tyrael will be going into Seal of Aldruin as well. We all know words are hard, especially when you've been up since about 2 a.m. Especially since I've been awake for about 8 hours already today. Streaming for 5 of those. Okay. Sweden needs, like, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 for sure. Maybe 1 good team fight. It's just, if Sweden gets 1 good team fight, they rush to top keep. But can they end? Do they have enough damage to burn through top keep and end? It's going to depend on where the team fight takes place. That's the big one. That's the big factor. 2 team fights for sure. They could get a good team fight, take down top keep, work on mid and bottom probably, respawn, get a good team fight, then look for ending or something. But we'll have to see what happens here. We're going to have to see what happens. It's 2 out of 3 seeds favoring the side of Sweden still, and not been able to get themselves a Garden Terror. They might actually just give this so they can get some map pressure, push back through the top and the mid. Soon to be bottom as well. They have really good building damage with Q, Jaina, Chromie, and yeah, they have really. It's just like it's like I'm like, all right, well, 60 seconds to get across the map, take down the keep, go to core. It's gonna be. Oh wait, hold on, temporal loop onto Yrel. It's temporal loop onto Yrel. She uses Seraphim, and that is a dead. Nope, she's got Ardent Defender because Yrel's got too many goddamn buttons. That will be a Durance of Hate from Mephisto spreading to so many members of Sweden. Captain Rex is gonna be judgmented by Tyrael. Chromie goes down as well, and this is looking like France will mop up the fight, and this will be France taking map number 2. A solid
Team kill
from France as they can run bottom and end game. I don't think France is going to toy around with their food in this series here. I think they're going to look for ending. They are not going to be looking to just, you know, oh, well, maybe we'll take down mid lane keep or something, and we'll let you respawn again, and we'll go get objective. Nope, they're going to end the game. GG, well played from Sven. Banana is unsure of which is their own core because this is a good way to end a game by putting... oh, yep, that's super, super, super nice. GG, well played. France takes the second map. Said that they are ready, and that is the case. We're here on Infernal Shrines map number 3 in this best of 5 series. We have had 20 heroes already played, and we're going to be seeing another 10 heroes played. But of course, as I mentioned, those 20 heroes we saw before, like Junkrat, Hanzo, Jaina, Maiev, Lucio, Ariel, all of those good heroes we saw previously in this series are unavailable, as that is the draft style of Nations Cup in this best of 5. And as I mentioned, NA coming up in about 45 minutes. Exciting stuff. Got a lot of Heroes of Storm action for all of you today. Appreciate you being here and watching the games as these bans will be coming through. What are they going to get rid of against France? When it comes to main tanks available, Arthas, ETC, Garrosh, Mal'Ganis, Mei, Muradin, Stitches, Varian are all up and available. You do have Cho'Gall, but they are listed under Strange Heroes. Gul'dan to be banned away. He's fantastic on a map like this. Siege potential is very good. The clear on the shrines is strong as well. Hogger to be banned out. No Hogger will be played. For solo lane abilities, by the way, we have Yrel, Sonya, and Dahaka have been played so far. Ana to be banned out. No Ana for Banana. So they banned Ana. Banned Ana. Last ban. Do they get rid of a Muradin from Lauber? No, they're going to get rid of Leoric. Okay. Leo to be banned away. He's very good on the shrines, very good in the wave clear. Double Soak is pretty strong. Entomb is a good synergy. And that's a first pick Brightwing for Sweden. Strange Heroes was the name of your high school band. That's a pretty good band name, I'm not going to lie. Pretty good band name. Oh, what is the France side going to be starting with? What do they want to kick off their draft? Are they going to be looking for a main tank healer? Are they going to look for some damage, some shrine clear? Vala Muradin. That's a nice grouping right there. I'm assuming it's going to be W Vala to poke around the objective. We could see auto attack Vala still, actually. You can keep your hatred up around the objective phase, so it's not the worst. Sappers might get in the way, or excuse me, skeletal defenders might get in the way of some of your stacks, but hey, it's not the worst thing in the world. Next two picks from the side of Sweden, will they look at a blind into the Vala for a counter with a Cassia later on? Malthael Genji. Please, Cho'Gall. Please. It's there. It's there. It's available. It's there. They can do it. Tychus has already been played. Tychus has already played in this series. I mean, Cho'Gall into Vala. That's a very quick Uther ban. I mean, like, Malthael's already grabbed. You've got Genji. You got Phase Shift Brightwing. 8%. No, 6% extra healing from Hyper Shift level 1. Come on, Sweden. Come on, Sweden. You know Lauber in draft. You know Lauber's like, I bet Bahamut thinks this is Cho'Gall. Artanis is actually pretty good in Cho'Gall too. Got some percent-based damage later on. I don't think they're gonna do it, but you know what? I'm gonna sit here and just pray to the Cho'Gall gods that we get a Cho'Gall here from Sweden. Vala 16 would hurt. Yeah, Manticore would suck to deal with. Artanis has got Titan Killer later on at 16, if I'm not mistaken, as well. 2 thumbs down. Alright. Ooh, Shattering Throw from Varian maybe into the Artanis. Stukov's the healer, gonna need some extra damage. Kael'thas maybe? Get a mage, maybe an Orphea. Orphea's pretty good on a map like this. I'd like to see a mage from France. It's a mage. It is a mage technically. All right. Which team will win Infernal Shrines? Get your predictions in, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the gamble's open. Who's taking Infernal Shrines, chat? Who's taking the map? Sorry, I'm double checking Discord stuff because we're getting close to NA. Alrighty, you are all in on Medivh. Well, 10k. Well, no one knows how much you have, so you could have lied and said you're all in. On the left-hand side, we got the members of France. We've got Yasuo on the Vala, Panda Colada on the Medivh, Dequaza to play the Artanis, Banana on the Stukov, and Masquerade playing Muradin. He's going to go ahead and dismount and unmount and get the free stacking for the Dwarf block. To the right-hand side, we got Sweden. We've got Svamp on the Genji, Captain Rex playing Brightwing, Lauber to play the Varian, Skog playing the on the Imperius, and Sven on the Malthael. You can see the level 1s, or at least what's been picked so far. You've got a few moments left to get your gambles in. Do you want to bet against Medivh, or do you believe Medivh will be taking the map for the team? Stukov holding, Malthael holding, portal forward from Medivh into the bush. Varian jumps onto Yasuo immediately. It's going to be a W build Vala here, picking up 2 stacks early on that Fire at Will quest. Yasuo trying to keep that Hatred up and charge. Celestial Charge in from the Imperious. Skog taking a ton of damage. The phase shift from Brightwing will not come through in time. Lauber actually touches the Lurking Arm. Low blow adds a little bit of damage, but it's Vala who finds the last auto, and that's France taking a quick double kill. Medivh rotates to bottom. Artanis with the amateur opponent at level 1. Not a bad play from France. Weird game, almost no range damage. What do you mean? You got Vala. You've got Genji, sorry, I could not remember his name for a second. You got all the range damage. You got Captain Rex on the Brightwing. That's a lot of range damage. Celestial Charge from Imperius. That's kind of like ranged until it's not anymore. It is. There's a lot of melee focus indeed. I do agree with you. I can't believe the Varian comp lost the level 1 fight. Shocked. Yeah, me too, Fish. I can't believe it either. That's absolutely wild. Masquerade is invading the camp on his own. I guess not really on his own. Banana's here, Panda Cloud on the left-hand side as well. 7 stacks on the Medivh. 8 actually. His baseline's rocketing up. Lauber was going for a very aggressive rotation. Malthael down into this engagement as well. It's a 4v5 favoring the side of Sweden in members. Can they actually find a kill? Banana goes for the portal, is able to back out of there. 4 talent tier to the side of France as well. And I saw the little ravens, but no activation onto those because you need to auto attack. You do have the sledgehammer from the Muradin at level 4. Taunt Varian. Malthael going to be going into throwing shade. Genji with the Shuriken Mastery. We've got Brightwing Magic Spit and the Molten Armor? Sovereign Armor, excuse me, for the Imperius. Alright, Varian's got Taunt. How much does this change? Dequaza will see a Genji jump over here. They actually saw some of the Sweden members in mid and top. Imperius rotating through the objective. Malthael showed for but a moment. Varian here as well. Murden dwarf tosses in. This is a taunt onto the Imperial, or excuse me, onto the Artanis. He gets a blade dash through. Right wing with a phase shift onto the Malthael. No one dies on the side of France, but they do lose the camp. Portals are actually bullshit. Well, I agree with that. I think Medivh is just bullshit in general. Alright, the Shaman gets some value up in the top lane. Genji clears out some of the bottom. The objective phase, a quarter of it over to the side of Sweden as they give this back over to France. I'm just looking at the Fallen Shaman in the top lane really quickly to see if it gets any value. Genji looking to jump in here, 16, 17, and rising. Nearly half the skeletal defenders necessary for this Arcane Punisher, and that Fallen Shaman's dead in top. No big deal. Genji jumps in. Medivh picks up a stack or two more. Lauber with a taunt onto Vala. Celestial Charge to follow up. Protection onto Yasuo as the portal play is going to be in play. Phase shift from Brightwing, bolstering Lauber's HP with 7 talents here. First for the side of Sweden. Stukov with 200 HP will go down. That's the first kill over the side of Sweden. Yasuo trying to poke out here and there for more stacking on that level 1 fire at will. But it's now looking like with Masquerade in top lane soaking up, this is going to be the objective phase over to the side of Sweden. What can they do with this 7 talents here on both sides now?
Red team has summoned an arcane punisher.
Okay. Brightwing goes to bottom immediately. We have Malthael in the top. 3 members remain in mid for the siege onto the fort front gate. The Punisher pulled to the far side of the fort in mid lane. And I do think this will be the gate to go down. That's pretty much all Sweden can get in this moment. I don't think they want to step up. Malthael is here, though. What's up, Dragon? Good to see you, bud. Happy Sunday to you. Hope you're doing well. I'm pretty sure when I got up, it was still Saturday for you at one point. Taunt, Celestial Charge, goodbye, Vala. Masquerade, big lurking arm from Stukov, and this might be Sweden. No, Sweden's fine. Celestial Charge over the wall into the camp. Masquerade will be able to dwarf toss into this, but he kind of gaps himself a bit from his team. Swift Strike, Medivh is done with his Arcane Rift. That's another Celestial Charge into Masquerade, who gets the portal out in time. And it's Stukov, it's the Imperious to fall. Dequaza, damage over time. Swift Strike, Swamp Grotto wants the kill, but he might have just greeted. He's dead. No, he's not dead. Wow. I thought the greed would get punished, but then there was almost greed for greed. Second objective phase, Mortar Punisher going to be in the bottom lane coming up fairly soon. Malthael soaks up top. That'll be 10 talents here to the side of Sweden. We'll cycle through those numbers. What are you even watching? You're watching Bahamut Gaming at twitch.tv/Bahamut Gaming, where you love to give your subs every single month, Fish. That's what you're watching. Taunt onto Yasuo. Lauber gets the phase shift from Brightwing, and the fight now re-engages. Yasuo trying to keep that hatred up, poking here and there. Fire at will onto the gate. Genji jumps onto the Artanis in mid lane, but Swift Strike out, Genji's fine. Okay. Holy Fervor for a little cleave value from Imperious to clear out this camp faster. Mortar Punisher should be far off from the announcement. I feel like I already said that. I might be so tired that I'm repeating things already. Lauber will be able to finish out his level 1 quest. Everyone kind of starting to float towards the top side of the map. That's that's Shuriken Mastery done. And Artanis to fall. Suppression Pulse was used to try and deny this fight, but oh no. Artanis is dead for the next 10 seconds. That'll give a window for Sweden to potentially grab this objective phase for the bottom lane. Taunt onto the Muradin, but he's able to Dwarf Toss away. All right, no Celestial Charge connection either from the Imperius. Malthael starts the objective, mid-wave being soaked up. About a quarter of a level to go for the side of Sweden to get their 13 talent here. Genji jumping in and around to try and get some extra soak. We have the Fallen Shaman in the top lane. That's got a decent wave with it as well. That should take down Fort if left uncontested. Malthael has to back out of that Lurking Arm from the Stukov. Varian, by the way, did go into charge at level 10, as I'm going to pull away the talents really quickly. Genji's X-Strike is up fairly soon. That top lane Fort, look at that, already down to below 50%. Speaking of 50%, we've also got Sweden with more than half of the skeletal defenders necessary. France entering that realm too, as that's a Celestial Charge. Taunt, a lot of damage onto Masquerade, but a huge blind, a lot of damage into the Sweden members. Yasu's so low on the left-hand side. Panda Colada trying to back off as well. Does have those stacks. Last rights onto Malthael, or excuse me, onto Muradin. Will be denied by the Will of Protection from the god dang character that's a bird, Medivh. God, I couldn't remember his name. 2 more skeletal defenders necessary, and Imperius will go down for them. Maybe even more kills to the side of France. Malthael, unstoppable. He's gonna soak up a little bit of... okay, that is a quadra kill to the side of France. Sweden may have gotten the objective, but bird. Medivh breaks the fight, and Sweden is denied multiple kills because of Panda Colada. That is unfortunate. The gate, not the fort gate with the 2 towers, just the gate itself is the thing to fall from that objective phase. How unfortunate to Sweden, who have been doing so very good in this map number 3. Yep, only losing a little bit of their bottom lane fort front gate. Impaler camp for this bottom lane as well. We'll see 14 level 14 for each side. Next Punisher, let's see. The first one was Arcane, that was Mortar, so the next one's Frozen. Frozen Punisher top lane. Phase shift from the Brightwing into the bottom lane as the fight is a little bit split. Artana's still into top. Angelic Armament from Imperius will not connect onto Masquerade. Genji trying to jump in. Another last rights denied by Medivh. Sustain lockdown onto Lauber with the Rain of Vengeance from Vala as well. That's going to be a portal denial. Now, Medivh already had his stacks done, so he's not going to lose those, but a really good read from Skoog gets the immediate Celestial Charge onto the portaling target. Genji trying to chase onto Yasu, gets some healing pathogen from the Stukov. Okay. Frozen for top lane still. No 16 on either side. Stormbolt piercing onto 2 enemies. And that's all that was right there. Genji jumping around. Does have that Shuriken Mastery completed at level 4. No last right stacks for Malthael. I gotta be honest, Malthael should at least have 1. Sven should have at least 1 stack. Unfortunately, Medivh was denied that one. There was 2 pretty good last rights that were denied by the Will of... Oh, God. Force of Will. Sorry, I keep saying it backwards. Will of Force. But Force of Will from the Medivh denying last right stacking. 16 talent here will be here for both sides as Artanis gets that soak in mid lane. Imperius working on the camp on the right. Even talented. We have Juggernaut, by the way. We've been talking about it. It's been 3 levels. We have Juggernaut from Lauber. Lauber could have gone into Shattering Throw. Could have gone into Mortal Wound. No. Instead, 4% damage. What? All of a sudden, all of the variants are taking this talent. It's kind of funny. I had joked around about it like a day or so ago, and or last weekend, and we saw it last weekend. Now we're seeing it again this weekend. Why? I don't know the answer. I'm like waiting patiently to see if there's any craziness to happen. Muradin actually, or Lauber, excuse me, dives into the back line. Trying to pressure out the Stukov. Face shift from Brightwing into Sven, who will be swapped. That's going to be a Rain of Vengeance from Vala. Blind from the Artanis. Delays out a lot of value. Well, also we're going to be seeing the Leyline Seal delaying out value from Malthael and Brightwing as Genji X strikes onto the enemy, flailing spikes Strikes, flailing swipes from the Stukov. But with the CDR at 10, it's a lot of damage. Oh yeah, I'm not saying like I'm not denying that at all. Yeah, it's a 4-second cooldown. Every 4 seconds you can do 4%. Every 4 you can do 4. Genji will fall in that engagement. France pulling ahead here in map number 3. You don't mind Juggernaut? Oh, I'm just saying we've been seeing more and more of it, which is really surprising. It's a talent that I feel like was never looked at whatsoever, and now it's like, well, let's take it. I mean, crazy good synergy. 4% every 4 seconds. It's like, yeah, of course it's a good talent. It's like when people, do you guys remember about, what, 3-4 years ago? Not a single soul would ever touch Leap in competitive, like in high competitive games. I never saw Leap. Never. It was always Wrath of Berserker. And then all of a sudden, people start taking Leap. And then, like, that's the only thing that's played for the longest time, is only Leap. It's like Joanna with Falling Sword. Joanna Falling Sword I never see it anymore. It's just always Blessed Shield. But there was a point where if you didn't take Falling Sword, you were considered a bad Joanna. Because you wanted the ability to press R and bounce a shield around people. It's just, it's the meta of Heroes of the Storm is always very interesting when it comes to the talents. Jump in from Genji and friends. They're looking to try and pressure out France in the siege. Punisher jumps back onto some of the Sweden members. That's going to be Vala going down to Genji. Brightwing traded in this moment. Top lane fort still... Oh, no, it's going to be going down. The Punisher's so insanely healthy, but that is a Artanis to fall on top of that. Okay. Most of those changes are due to balance changes. I'm going to be honest. If I remember correctly, I don't remember people playing Leap immediately after Sonya getting any changes. It was, and I'm not exaggerating, I believe the Leap change came. There was no patch on Sonya. There was no, like, major, like, changes. And she just started getting Leap priority. It was just out of the blue seeming. Like, because I remember being like, because I think it was, like, right around CCL time. And I think I was having the conversation with Grubby. I was like, why is the Sonya getting all these, why is she getting this talent change, or this talent priority change from players when there was no buff or change to Sonya? It's just weird. It's just weird stuff like that. Well, I mean, here's a great example. We haven't had a patch in how many years? Why are we seeing Juggernaut all of a sudden? Why are Diablos all going Feast on Fear in Nations Cup? Huh? We haven't had a patch. People are playing Feast on Fear Diablo left and right, even when there's a spell shield necessary for the game. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's interesting stuff. Swap from the Artanis, dash onto Lobber on the Varian. He's trying to back away. Sven very low on this. Okay, the X-Strike is going to be denied by the Force of Will once again. That's a good Celestial Charge. Masquerade and friends are so low, but there you go. Last Rites finally gets a stack. Malthea buys back in because it's post level 20. He did take the talent for it. Muradin lands a Stormbolt onto Lobber, who's able to back away. Isn't the Diablo thing a counterexample because it's a step back? Most Feast on Fear peoples are not good. I don't know, man. I'm just bringing up the fact that people are playing different talents out of nowhere with no changes on the hero. What, do you expect me to be awake and think? Come on, chat. That's a taunt from the Varian into Vala, but once again, Force of Will from Medivh denies 90% of the damage going in. Sven actually the one receiving most of the damage. The banner down from Varian, they clear out the camp in bottom, or the wave in bottom. Top and mid do have decent waves coming in. Favoring the side of Sweden, but another objective phase. Center of the map, Arcane Punisher. Alright. Fallen Shamans for the top lane on both sides. We have, what is this, Arcane for mid. We do have one Impaler camp available if they want to break off for that one, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Just about all heroics off cooldown. Medivh did go into cheats, and he went into temporal flux as well. Okay. Yeah, he's cheats? Yeah, he is. Okay. Skeletal defenders rising rapidly to the side of France. Medivh getting vision in bird form, maybe waiting for Leyline Seal off cooldown, and actually no, he's dropping down, he's throwing out the arcane rifts, and this is everything off cooldown. Brightwing only with one charge on the blink heal. That's going to be a celestial charge into Dayquaza. Leyline Seal onto 3 members. Swap from the Artanis connecting onto Malthael. Swamp Grotto's got to back away. Blind from Artanis as well, thrown down. Banner down from the Varian as well to get some extra spell power. Genji jumps into Yasuo here. That's so much lurking arm value. Stukov finds the kill, or at least assists the kill into Malthael. And I think France will start cleaning things up in this engagement. I don't think this is going to, or excuse me, cleaning things up around this objective. I don't think this is going to be an objective that ends though. 69 stacks, by the way, for Vala. Very, very nice on that number. Have France held on in this map number 3 long enough to be able to push in late game? I do think so. Punisher very healthy here, gonna sidewall it. Allowing Masquerade and friends to maybe dive in with the Punisher onto the targets. Varian's going to pull the Punisher north on the map. We have Malthael buying back in. He has returned. Punisher working on this mid lane keep. A lot of damage going in onto it. Swift strike out from the Genji. Murden able to get the Dwarf Toss out. Still Yasuo poking here and there on the keep. Firing at will. And that will be mid lane keep to fall. Yeah, they got the minion wave. They can get a couple autos here and there. Vala, by the way, is Farflight Quiver at level 20, so she outranges structures by like 0.24 or something. It says, if we click on her, it says like 8.2, but I think like the math, like someone told me once, I think the math like is like 8.24. It's not 0.25, I know that, because people constantly correct me when I say that. 12-8, France opening up the map, and the next Punisher bottom lane. All right, we'll see how France wants to play this. Do they want to play slow and steady? Do you just take down Sweden during the objective phase, or is it going to be a pressured advantage through the bottom lane? Okay, swift strike out from the Genji. Still, as I mentioned, Vala outranging structures at max hatred. Lauber looking for a flank. The rest of the team says, hello, Lauber. Let's go ahead and just auto-attack into you, and that is a dead Artanis. Leyline Seal with the cheat onto 3. Lurking Arm underneath somebody. They're dead. That's Brightwing, that's Imperious. This is going to be a quadra kill with Malthael falling here as well. He bought back in earlier, so he's got an 80-second death timer. Sidewall down, Dayquaza, Masquerade, they're going core. No question about it. This is going to be map number 3 over to the side of France. They got to go ahead and delay things out, because it wouldn't be a French ending if they didn't delay things out a little bit longer. Another
Team kill.
And that'll be map number 3 over the side of France. GG. Well played. There you go. There's the draft. This is the draft for the France versus Sweden map number 4. As I said, I'm keeping my eyes out, so I'm going to be tabbing in and out of this consistently. I do apologize. All right. Alright, what I'll do is this. Where is window capture? Oh, come on. Window capture, yes. And then if I do that, hold on. Get rid of that. If I do that, can I tab in between? Ah, I can. Cool. All right, BRB. BRB really fast. I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. Enjoy the sub, or enjoy the. Sorry, not the sub. Enjoy the draft. All right. Okay. Ow. They played with 2 subs last week already and needed multiple subs. Okay. Thank you, Fish. Thank you. Thank you for the details. Bum, 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 bum. How's this draft looking? How is this draft looking, chat? Face camera. There we go. How's this draft looking? My boys have been draining my points. Sweden. By the way, we're on a little clean feed right now, just because I need to make sure I don't miss out on the NA games. So hopefully I might have to cut short this best of on the stream, but it is what it is. It's all games are meta as for now. You're gonna blah 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 blah. Okay. You're also just guessing, but it seemed pretty clear that that's the issue. Oh, okay. Well, everybody, everywhere. If someone tells you, if you repeat what Fish said, and someone tells you otherwise, just yell at them and say, "No, you're wrong. Fish said it in Bahamut stream. He's right." All right. That's gonna be some green tea for myself, some pork chop. Let's see. France will be going, and I know there's no game sound. I know there's no game audio. Let's see. Karazim, Falstead, Zool, Uther for the side of France on Sky Temple. Sweden will have the Li Ming, ETC, Taranda. Ooh, Sweden's draft is a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. Karazim, Falstead is ducking Bazaar. You can swear here. You can swear here. It's okay. I'm not gonna berate you on that. Lost Vikings Greymane? Okay. Dude, I'm so angry we have to stop watching these games when NA starts. I'm so upset. maybe Justing and friends will delay out long enough. Maybe this game will be 5 minutes. Maybe this game's gonna be 5 minutes. God dang it, Funds. Get it together, dude. Funds is not even in the Discord. Funds isn't even in the Discord for NGS. Like, come on, Funds, man. Come on, bud. Funds, get it together, dude. All right, let me get a capture here. Let's see, window. Let's see, where is it? Window capture. Window capture. There we go. Alrighty. We got this going on. Let me get some audio for all of you. I'm tabbed out of this so that way I don't miss I'm literally watching from OBS and I'm tabbed into Here's the Storm so I can talk to people and figure out where our first lobby is going to be. So my casting for this is going to be a little not the best. I do apologize.
The temple opens in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You love the blue draft? You love the France draft? I think they've got a pretty good draft here. Let's see. Hammering for Falstad. Vikings going to go Olaf the Stout. Valera, by the way. We did not talk about that. Valera, hello. Valera going to be coming through. Sleepy Cat, thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content, bud. Karazim with a dive out and a little lunar flare from Tyrande to zone back the enemy. I think the volume's a little loud here. Let me turn this down really quick. Just a touch loud. By the way, we have NA coming up very, 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 very soon. I am literally waiting on a lobby for it. But this is still game number 4 of France versus Sweden. Baylog goes down. Quarter kill over to the side of France. The important question is what build Li Ming is going and why isn't it E-build? Isn't that E-build right there starting out? What is blue draft? Well, it's Meta Madness CP. You gotta remember, or it's the Meta Madness draft style. So you have to remember that there's basically at this point 30 heroes that are already banned away. So you're trying to use what you got available. Falstad will go down to Greymane. A very nice kill for the side of Sweden. Oh, almost a Gilnean cocktail kill onto Declaza. Alrighty, sorry about that. That will be another Viking to fall. Tyrande throws out the Sentinel. Captain Rex looking for that. It's starting, but I bet it's about to deviate. Invade onto the camp from Sweden invades the camp, and France will try and defend this right here and right now. Skog is taking way too much damage. That's a kill onto Li Ming from Uther. A follow-up stun onto ETC. It's a triple kill for the side of France. Oh my god. Even with the Meta Madness rules, it's still a very odd one. The red comp is so bad against double support. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, you've just got burst, dive, burst, and there's no way. Yeah, this is gonna be a rough game for Sweden, I'll be honest. I see no way red can even play this. It's gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be a hard one. Where's my... Sorry, I'm trying to find my list of players and stuff. Well, it's just... So I know my casting is not the best for this. I do apologize. And I'm pretty sure none of you are really upset about it, but still. Okay, Peru versus Mexico. That is not the series I'm looking for. see. Peru versus Mexico, that's Group D. And we're looking for Group B stuff. Hey, it gives us time to check out what could possibly be the final game in this best of 5. And this might actually just time out ever so perfectly for us. Good shots in from the top lane. Lauber getting that shots into the fort through the top lane. It is going to be a dead bear. Falstead is just now respawning. You're hoping for God Moshes. They're gonna need it. They're gonna need some sort of S+ tier Moshes coming through. Sorry, getting messages from admins, just trying to answer those at the same time as well. I'm watching for lobbies, I'm answering admin questions. There's only 3 people that can interrupt, so just mosh the 3 that can interrupt. Boom, easy, GG. Just mosh the entire enemy team, and there's no interrupt. Well, Sweden tries to make some siege in bottom lane happen. Valera and Karazim in mid will probably take down a Viking. Indeed they will. You can see that one from the minimap. Man, France is... This is a really hard map for Sweden here. Granted, if I'm not mistaken, Sweden is playing with 2 subs today. I do believe Sweden is playing with 2 subs. 1 or 2. Someone might be able to let me know about that. Yasu jumps on to Li Ming and almost gets the burst available. Divine Shield onto Yasu, and that is a dead Li Ming. Beautifully played from the side of France. ETC did pick Mosh at level 10. Curse Bullet, Shadow Stalk, Gus, 7-sided. Oh, absolutely, Fish. Oh, absolutely. The only reason that I bring up it's not that they're lesser players. It's just that there might not be the synergy that's been practiced and built with the original 5 Sweden players. So that's the only reason I bring it up. Like Captain, like Rex and Sven. God dang, are they very, very good players for sure. But there is, I would say, there's like a little bit, there's layers of synergy that are developed with playing with your friends. Because I'm sure Sweden has been scrimming. I'm sure they've been scrimming with their core 5. So, but yeah, absolutely agree with you. 13 talents here closer to the side of France, but this is still a level to go. Gust out from Falstead. We've got Yasu just sieging in top lane as Valera. And we're still just waiting on a lobby for map number 1 on the NA side of things. Oh, they've been scrimming with Sven a bit too? Nice, nice. It definitely does show. It definitely does show in in their game so far today. Obviously, this game right here is a bit more of a struggle by comparison, but it definitely does, that little bit of scrimming definitely does show. Alrighty, sorry, I have to like look around at 3 or 4 different things at a time. Okay, so Justing is still in Hero Select. As long as Justing's in Hero Select, we're good. Dequasa! Nah, he's fine. Lauber is getting chunked quite a bit. Karazim with the dash out. That's a dead Viking right there. Gust into the wall. 7-sided strike. We are seeing Banana trying to back away on this Karazim. And he will be able to do so. Not threatened. Not too worried. Man, I gotta say, France looking strong here. They have lost some structures here and there on the map. That is something of note, though. It's not like they've just been winning team fights and shoving. They have lost a couple structures, bottom and top. Mid lane seems to be still good. Falstad soaking at the bottom. 59 stacks, 9 or so minutes in. Double support, by the way. Double support, by the way. Okay. Keep looking at minimap and talents, and then back over here, back over there. Tyrande Sentinel. Oh, nice double hit. A double kiss from Tyrande. That's Masquerade with a stun and a spray and a walk away. So how is this next objective phase going to be played? It's a double one in mid and bottom. Sven, nice jump! Nice jump. No kill onto the Vikings. Zool rotates to top. Quick clear onto the camp. Tyrande Sentinel not connecting onto them. Alright. Objective phase for mid, getting shots onto the side of Sweden. Bottom lane objective phase, getting shots on the mid lane fort of France. I gotta say, Sweden still hanging on here. They are a little bit behind. That's another kill onto a Viking, which pushes to the 8th kill mark. 8 to 3 in kills in total, as the 16 talent tier is not here just yet for the side of Sweden. Yasu goes in. That's a mosh pit from ETC. Bit of a dance party on the back line as the Tyrande is the first one to fall. More punches in from Karazim as he tries to back away. Falstad takes an Arcane Orb to the face. And the objective phase in bottom lane, actually, the Vikings are going to be pulled out of that. A play again from the Vikings. Karazim goes down to Greymane, but ETC is traded at this time. Zool's Spectral Scythe will take down the Li Ming. I just don't think she saw the spawning point or what. Maybe couldn't get out of it quick enough. Vikings jump up. Valier should get a kill. Well, well, well. France will grab the rest of this objective phasing, getting the bottom lane fort. Gonna get some shots in the mid lane keep. Yasu gets a heal from Maska as, oh, they don't get the last shots of mid. There's actually, I think, like a sliver of a shot left. I think there's like 6 shots. Yep, there's the extra. And the bottom lane will go into the bottom lane keep front gate. Alrighty.
You have stolen enough of my temple's power. Return to your war heroes.
Isn't main tank Zool normally W build? No, I believe this is the main tank Zool build. I do believe this is actually what you see for main tank Zool. If Stark was floating around, he'd be able to answer it better, because he plays main tank Zool from time to time. Or at least I know he's got experience playing it in the past. Stun, Brute. Olaf jumps up again. Masquerade gonna get bopped around. That is still poke damage in from Li Ming, but Falstad looks for a flank, pushes out the gust. Shadow Stalk from the Tyrande. ETC drops a mosh, immediately interrupted as well. We've got an ETC dead. That's a cooked cow. We've got Olaf falling as well. No sauerkraut for him. And that's the end of that engagement. Falstad, Panda, maybe going for boss. Greymane falls as well to the Kerosene, and that's an easy boss for bottom. Easy boss call from the side of France. They will be able to have that pressure applied. Where's the lobby for Group B? Sven on the bottom lane point. Yasuo just pressures a Viking, and they'll have to giddy up to get out of that engage.
My magic flows through the temples. Guardians, do not let these monsters.
Oops, excuse me. Bye-bye, Eric. Another dead Viking. More shots in from France. These going into bottom and top. You've got the boss in bottom as well. This is looking real dire for the Sweden side. France might be able to take this series here on Sky Temple. It's looking very plausible. 4 minutes, then they disqualify, right? I have no idea, the Bay. I have no freaking clue, bud. That is an admin question, and I'm just here to cast. I have no idea what's going on, to be honest, with the NA qualifiers. I literally know that, like, 31K has all their players online, so I don't know if we're waiting on a team. I don't know if we're waiting on coin flip stuff. To be honest, I have no idea what's going on with NA. We are casting this game, and this is off a clean feed, so, like, once the group is like, I'm ready to jump into a lobby. I'm just waiting for players. I keep asking for a lobby and I hear nothing. So I don't know if they have it, if they're still doing bans or what, but let's go ahead and focus in on this top lane engagement. Gus from the Falstad. Communication has been hard. Thank you, Funds, for the update. I appreciate it. We just finished map bans. Thank you very much, bud. Yeah, I'm like, I can't tab around to different places in Discord because I'm trying to do my best to cast this. No one knows what's happening. Sounds like NA. Sounds like North America. You know what? Yasuo knows what they're doing. Yasuo knows that they're going to try and get a kill. Nope, they're not. Never mind. Yasuo knows they're going to run away at this point. Goodbye. No, just kidding, because that's going to be a turn of tables, and that's a... Oh, well, Karazim goes down. Reset for Li Ming. ETC to fall. No death metal from him, so he's not going to drop a mosh as he falls. Greymane with the inner beast active. That's a reset for Li Ming. Divine Shield onto the Falstad. Wave of Force from Li Ming. This is going to be a Li Ming pop-off! No way. Dude, does Sweden go to a map 5 off of this? That would be fucking insane. Did Germany play today? Yes, they did. Dude, of course, like, of course, France versus Sweden, it goes to a map number 5. Of course it goes to a map 5 on the series I can't finish up casting. Because I'm sitting here waiting for NA to get their shit together. GG, well played. Sweden will take this map. I'm going to have to cast a replay of the next map or something in the future for the VOD purposes, but GG, well played. Sweden equalizes. Nice. Welcome into Game 5. This is from yesterday. Feed Grade, thank you for the follow. As a reminder, we got 1 hour and 30 minutes until NA, so we're covering this game from yesterday that we did miss. On the left-hand side, we have got the members of France. We have got a Deckard, Rexar, Misha, Nazebo, Sergeant Hammer, and May. To the side of Sweden from yesterday as well. We'll just pretend like we're casting it live. Whatever. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We have got Sweden with a Malfurion, Garrosh, Gul'dan, Zarya, and Samuro. Pretty good draft from both sides. I really do like the Samuro draft quite a bit. But Sergeant Hammer, this is a very good defensive composition from the side of France. It's going to be hard to break through and step into the Hammer, I do believe. But with Zarya shielding, maybe that will be the way they can do this. Zarya shielding as well as the Malfurion rooting. You love the music. It's kind of like an 80s porn. It needs more base envelope filter. Panda Colada. Oh, there's no way. Oh, the Deckard Cain banana gets a potion in time. Nicely done. No first kill to Sweden. This is live. Yes, this is live. Indeed, that's how I'm reading Twitch chat. Garrosh kind of locked into this wall, but it's Zarya. Oh no, it's the mini wave is just tanking shots, so it's not that big of a deal. Sweden holding on and pushing in. Way of the Blade, right? No, Way of Illusion, sorry, at level 1 for Samuro, getting a bunch of free stacks off of Misha. Or actually, Sergeant Hammer and Misha's up here. Didn't even see it. So many model icons. So since we only have 3 to defend, this is Sweden just running through bottom. Can't really blame them on this play. Panda Colada getting chunked a little bit. This is bottom lane fort front gate already down. God dang, that was quick.
Capture the shrine.
Chat, how about this? While we're waiting for the NA, and I probably should make some food soon for myself before NA starts, we should do some nitro racing. We'll do a little bit of nitro racing. I know there's a delay on stream, so it kind of makes things a little hard when it comes to the nitro racing, but we'll do some of that. That way I can go heat up some food for myself while the nitro racing is on stream. I think that's what we'll do. I think that'll be a nice, fun little kind of time killer until NA starts. That's a really good root and boot onto Nazebo. First blood over to the side of Sweden. If you like panda coladas, getting caught in the lane. Toss on the Masquerade. Svamgrada getting the good old suck on here. And that will be a kill on the Masquerade as well. A double kill for the side of Sweden as they take down the bottom lane fort.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
If you like Yasuo's hammer, then watch this game. There, oh god. We're on point today. I just need lack of sleep. Samuro has the top lane held for the side of Sweden. Gul'dan in mid. Zarya as well. Garrosh has got the bottom. Dragonite maybe over to the side of Sweden if they can get the channel. Decker Kane maybe slowing that down with a Herodric Cube, a Scroll of Sealing, but that's as much delay as they've got. Dragonite to the side of Sweden. Good one, thank you. I'll be here forever because you're all stuck with me. This is actually purgatory. Which, it's not that bad, unless you don't like my casting, but... Oh boy. Dragonite will go into top lane, starting to open things up over here in the solo lane. Yasuo just chilling. Doesn't have hover siege. Gul'dan inside this Dragonite, icing in from Masquerade. A little bit of root on the ground. Lobber trying to back away here. Misha with a stun as well. With her charge forward. Hammer gonna get kicked away. Did she get the self-cleanse at 4? She did not. So she is gonna get kicked away. She's got the regenerative biosteel at level 4. Right? Regenerative biosteel? Yep. Everyone's favorite StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty addition for the Terrans, right? Regenerative biosteel is not a bait ability, right? It's just like Reapers. We gotta get more of those guys. Lobber wants to rush right into Yasuo, but he's gonna get blasted back. Banana's gonna get thrown around here. Yasuo's so very low, almost going down to Zarya. 81 HP, I think, was the lowest I saw that health bar go. And while we're having all of this happen in the top lane, we still have Samuro on the map. Samuro, actually, well, he actually, Sven rotated up into this top lane, but he was pushing up mid for a little while, soaking up over there as well. Really, really well played from Sweden in this map, number 5. You're expecting that camp invade with Dragonite. With Gul'dan inside the Dragonite, it's a little difficult. Gul'dan is so much of your poke and burst. Really need him available since Samuro's off doing other things consistently around the map. Speaking of, I mean, quite literally bottom lane, Samuro's soaking up. Soaking up the bottom lane for the allies, back into top where the fight does continue. Nazebo is done with his Spider Colony. I forget the level 1 ability name. Am I the only one sad we never got a Reaper hero? I was talking about this when I was doing StarCraft 2 Call Commanders last. I was wondering if Tychus Outlaws, if Heroes of the Storm got continued development, and let's say we get, you know, StarCraft events and stuff like that again, which I love. Oh my god, StarCraft event was so amazing in the past. If we were to get more StarCraft heroes added in, I feel like Tychus's Outlaws would, like, some of the other Outlaws would be added in, like Rattlesnake. That's the only one that comes to mind. There's the Cannonball guy. It's not Cannonball guy, but Cannonball, I think, is his nickname. Because Morales is an outlaw. There's Tychus as well. Like, I don't know. I feel like getting a Reaper in this game wouldn't have been too crazy of a concept. StarCraft is the one game that I would have loved to see more heroes added in to Heroes of the Storm from. I think there's some really cool, like, just characters in StarCraft in general. Also, I believe StarCraft has, of, like, games, like, if we're considering, like, Overwatch, StarCraft, Diablo, blah, 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 not like Blizzard Classic, I believe StarCraft has the least amount of heroes in Heroes of the Storm. Huge Horrify into a Warlord's Challenge! Dear Lord! Rexar and May go down. Yasu with a knockback. That's an expulsion zone. That's a root, and that's a triple kill. What's up, Lionheart? How you doing, bud? Bob Boswell. See, Lionheart's played co-op commanders. Why are we disgusted with the StarCraft 2 engine? It runs our favorite game, Heroes of the Storm. That's okay. So Icewall into Saywall and listen. Garrosh is gonna try and back away. The Dragonite did go over to the side of Sweden during all of this. Lobber is just gonna sacrifice his body to allow the allies to back away. Meanwhile, in mid, Samuro Dragonite gets the, or I think it's Sven the Dragonite is gonna be able to get the fort. And Sven inside Dragonite will be able to get the top lane as well. I gotta say, Sweden doing really, really good in this map, number 5. Sirius Black and StarCraft. Yeah, he turns into a wolf and everything. But we know, like, one of the developers said before Heroes of Storm officially got put onto maintenance mode, one of the developers did say they were working on Selendis. The racist grandma, as people call her, from Legacy of the Void. She had some pretty cool moves, like, in the game itself. Would have been cool to see how she would have been added in and what she would have done. But anyways, fight over the camp. Lobber and crew with 13 talent to your advantage. A solid level lead. That's a Horrify from Gul'dan, and that will be a kill onto the Sergeant Hammer. Big stay while and listen. Also the ice wall, but Lobber does not care. He keeps running forward. That's just a lift up, put down on Banana. Now Furion tossed in as well. Tranquility activated. Banana is locked out. Ravenous Spirit is going to be able to get a kill. Oh no, sorry. It is, yeah, sorry. I misread that completely. Samuro did go down as well. I read the name backwards. I read the names backwards in this engagement. Daquaz is so low, but has a potion. That's going to be a Zarya death as well. France, they claw back into level 13, and they fight hard here. Nicely done. Triple kill to the side of France. Didn't they add Selendis to the SC2 HOTS map? I have no idea. No idea. The only StarCraft 2 customs I play is the, oh, I'm blanking on the name. It's the one where you send the armies at each other. I know that's very general. It's like you have 3 armies, they have 3 armies. You can get, like, commanders and stuff. It's not Line Wars. God, what is the name of it? Just a little fun poking at HOTS? No, no fun here. Only serious. We never make a mistake. We never misspeak. We never flub anything. Only perfection. Direct Strike. Yes, Direct Strike. That's the one. That's the only custom that I play in StarCraft. And then back in the Warcraft 3 days, it was all... I love playing Winter Mall. I love tower defense, things like that. That's what I'm actually hoping for in Stormgate is you know, the custom games that people create. Hopefully we get some cool customs like tower defense games and all that. Groundbreaker from Garrosh. Lobber just looking for a target. I do want to point out Sven in top lane is just doing Samuro things during all of this. Whoa, Gul'dan is going to finish out. That's a great Horrify onto the Sergeant Hammer as well. Stay a while and listen. We'll connect on to the Malfurion who pops the Tranquility and is going to be slapped to death by the Nazebo Ghost. A little bit of lag right there. My apologies, chat. And Malfurion, Gul'dan, Garrosh, and Zarya will all fall. Sven comes down here, and we'll find a kill. No ability to dash out onto them or to chase any further. Still, good siege in top, good pressure in mid. Bottom lane still a little bit low. Objective phase is up and available. Hey, Shy, what's up, bud? Battle poker is another fun. Do you have to know poker? Because I don't know poker. I've had 4 people try and teach me poker, and I get it, and then I just like I get it, but then it's like, poof! I just push the knowledge out of my brain. I just don't understand, like, why do you have to play by a river? Like, it makes no sense. I just want to play cards wherever. Arc TD. Yeah, Stormgate's gonna be a good time. I'm really looking forward to it. We never have fun. I'm in the wrong channel then. Damn. I'd like a Viking as a hero. Oh, so I was like, we have Vikings. We have 3 of them. Been lurking and working. Fun game so far? Oh, indeed they are. How am I and Bandit? I am extremely tired. I did not get the best sleep last night. But we're here. We're hanging out. We're doing casting. NA starts in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So we're checking out the game we did miss yesterday. This is the 5th game from France versus Sweden yesterday. Didn't get to see it, so we're seeing how this series will end. That way also I can chuck this in my YouTube VOD. By the way, Uppercase, thank you for the follow earlier. I appreciate that. 8 to 9 kills. France pushing in through bottom lane. Samuro up in top. I thought he was hearthing. I thought he was doing a hearth swap or something. To be honest, I wish we got Lilith as a hero. Rexar and Misha will be able to hearth out here. Looks like Misha was tossed, but then the hearth animation pulled her out. Still Sweden with the lead. Level lead for Sweden. They're approaching 20s faster. Dragonite is ready. Oh, Sven will get this in mid lane. I don't think there's a delay. There's no way they can rotate in for the delay fast enough. And Zarya and the rest are selling it like they're going to try and invade this camp. Really nice play from Sweden. Poker is so much easier when you have a sheet of what's good in front of you. Even when I have a cheat sheet, I don't know. I still, like, it's all confusing to me. I can't hold my head if a 3 of a kind beats a flush. Like, what? Like a toilet? You can tell, I can tell you how it ended. Well, don't do that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I don't know. 178 stacks, by the way, for Nazebo, so if they hit level 20, he'll have that Vile Infection done and ready to go. Could go for Annihilating Spirit. Annihilating Spirit at level 20 is really good as well for Panda Colada. Healing reduction from the big ol' slappy ghost. Win condition is set for the side of Sweden if they can find a couple kills here. That's the big thing. Maybe, or what did Gul'dan go at 20? He went for the upgrade on Horrify, okay. To help you, of course. Yeah, I don't think we have the same definition of helping. That's like the guy who comes into my StarCraft stream like, build infestors! Well, I'm not really learning those. Well, I'm helping! Alright, Vile Infection was picked at level 20 for the Nazebo. Yasuo hovering their way down over here. Gul'dan just poking at the wave. Echo Corruption does have those steps back as it is completed. Respect the Elder Leaf, by the way, for the Decker Cane at level 20. Samuro, he's going to sneak his way into the top lane. Samuro sneaks into top. There's already a catapult up here, dealing decent damage into the keep 500 plus. Any hearths out from France? No. France is... Are they just going to look to hard push? Oh, no. Samuro actually jumped back over here. Horrify, Root, Expulsion Zone, goodbye, Hammer. Samuro has a clone going to... No, that's actually... Nope, Samuro's here. Okay, he had a clone going towards the top lane. I was wondering if he was going to swap over to that one and start sieging again into the top. By the way... Oh, no catapults. I misread the minimap. No catapults there. Groundbreaker onto Masquerade, but still fine. Sven on the top of our screen will pop his illusions, and he's going to start microing those around, swapping off the ones that are being chased by spiders. Masquerade split from the allies, drained by the Gul'dan. Will pop the Cryo Freeze. Did they go? Yeah, they went level 20 for the Flash Freeze, and that delayed things out a little bit. Garrosh has the channel on the Moon Shrine in the bottom lane. Are they going to look for a game here? It's 22 on Hammer, 57 on the Mei. Just Samuro things. Just casual Samuro things. Little jump from the Sakuchi. And who goes into mid? Is it Zarya? She's going down. No. I guess it's just Samuro. He'll micro maybe one of his... Yeah, he's gonna... Samuro's gonna do all of it. Not that hard, though. They'll be able to swap to this one, get to the mid lane, and here comes Dragonite for the bottom. France in defensive position up against Sweden. Can Sweden end it here with the Dragonite? Let's find out. Zombie Wall pulls Lobber inside. He tries to throw down a Groundbreaker. BFG goes through, but it doesn't get a kill. Expulsion Zone pushing back the enemy. As the Dragonite begins belching flames onto this mid lane keep, that's more or less just damage thrown on the ground. This is going to be Dragonite on core. Can they end? Dragonite dropping to 50%. 20 talents here on both sides. Horrify from the Gul'dan. He has that Haunt level 20 upgrade, so it does push back the hammer and reduce the armor for a little bit more. Oh, wait, hold on. Warlord's Challenge over here, taking tower shots. The Dragonite will end, but Sven on this Samuro will do Samuro things, and he takes down the core with the allies here. Sweden takes the series 3-2. It's not NGS. It's not NGS.